What's up, movie lovers? Back with another one. And in this video, I'm going to do a couple short movie reviews, and then I'm going to get into the new additions to the Blu-ray collection. I got a few in the mail. Not as many as the day before, but I got a few. But let's just get into these movie reviews. First one here is going to be Jarhead. I got that a few days ago. I thought I may had seen that in the past, but I don't think so. None of that was familiar to me at all. But yeah, it's a pretty old movie. It's nothing new. And they've actually come out with 3 sequels now. They've got 4 of those movies in total. I saw a 4-disc set on Amazon. I was like, dang, they got 4 of these Jarhead movies now? It's crazy. But yeah, it was a pretty good movie. Not a lot of action in it. Not a lot of like combat scenes. Actually, I don't think there was any combat scenes. It was more or less showing the psychological side of being a Marine, about what they go through, training to be a Marine, and then when they finally got deployed over there in Operation Desert Shield, I believe was the first thing. And I mean, they're just so gung-ho to want to, be in some action that it was killing them to not get to do anything. They just had to sit around. So it was more of a psychological movie, but it was good though. I mean, it's just entertaining if you like watching how those guys live. I mean, I don't know how accurate that was. I've never been in the military. I tried to, but I had asthma back in the day and they wouldn't let me in because I had a pre-existing condition. But yeah, I mean, all the respect to the Marines, everybody in the armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, all of them. They get all my respect. But the movie definitely changes once all the oil fields get blown up and there's the big flames shooting out of the ground. It's like raining oil on them. Those scenes were crazy. I can't even imagine what that would have been like to been in a situation like that. Just absolutely nuts. They're just covered in oil. I mean, the visuals in that part of the movie were mind-blowing. Amazing visuals. But yeah, it was really good. I mean, I enjoyed the movie. Like I said, not a lot of action, but it was still entertaining to watch. And I'm telling you, man, at the end, when it showed the one soldier who had committed suicide, that hit me like a ton of bricks. That was so sad to see him because, I mean, the dude just wanted to be in the military so bad, and I think he was the one that got kicked out because they found out he had a prior criminal record, so he got kicked out, and he was like the only one that was really wanted to be there. Everybody else wanted to get the hell out of there because it was torture. But yeah, it was good. I mean, I loved all the characters in it. Great acting. Like I said, it's not the best, war movie because there really wasn't a lot of war in it, but it was still good just to see what those guys go through. Next one on the list, Red Dawn from the 80s with Patrick Swayze, and that's the good one. I know they remade that not too long ago, and that remake is terrible compared to the original, at least in my opinion. The original is where it's at. God, that is such a good movie with an all-star cast. You got Patrick Swayze, Charlie Sheen, C. Thomas Howell, Jennifer Grey, Leah Thompson. And this was before she was, falling in love with Calvin Klein in Back to the Future. She's the one that's the badass. Of the 2 girls, Leah Thompson is the one you don't want to F with. But I love C. Thomas Howell's character. I think his name was Robert in the movie. Yeah, you can just see him change as the movie progresses. At the beginning, he's just a regular kid, just a normal kid, and he finds out pretty early on that his parents got killed, and you can see him. He's sad, but then he changes. He changes into this like war machine, and I love him. He's my favorite character in the whole movie because he just turns into this just ruthless killing machine that just wants to go, get these guys and stuff. It's so great, especially when the one person in the group who was the son of the town mayor, and at one point he goes into town and basically gets he agrees to take a bug so he can alert the enemy to where the Wolverines are at, and that's what the group called themselves, the Wolverines. It was their high school mascot, and basically he sets them all up to get attacked. They're able to survive the attack, but then they find out he's the one that's bugged. And I mean, this is the way it should be. The guy was a traitor and basically Patrick Swayze's like, yeah, we sentence you to death. We're gonna kill you now because you turned us all in. I mean, that's like I'm saying, anybody that's a traitor to the country or to their own people, that's how they need to be dealt with. Straight executed on the spot. However, Patrick Swayze couldn't do it. He was like holding the gun up. He's like, oh, I can't do it. And then here comes Robert from the side with his AK, lights the kid up. I was like, oh yeah. Like that was probably one of my favorite scenes, just the most hard-hitting scenes. But yeah, that whole movie is good. And originally, I thought it was just Russians. Back when I was a kid and I used to always watch that movie, I thought it was just the Russians. However, it was the Russians and the Cubans together. There were a couple parts of the movie, though, that had me scratching my head. Like, what were they thinking when they wrote this? But like when the Russians attack at the beginning, all the kids pile into Jed's truck. I believe that's Patrick Swayze's character. His name was Jed. And they take off and they go to another one of the kids. His father ran this like sporting goods store. That might have been Robert's dad. I'm not really sure. But he ran the sporting goods store, kind of a convenient / sporting goods store. And they had like a bunch of hunting stuff and camping stuff there. So they went there and raided everything because they were going to go hide out in the mountains. Because the story takes place in a make-believe town in Colorado. So they're heading off into the mountains and they're grabbing sleeping bags and food and all this stuff. And they must grab like 100 cans of soda. I mean, it shows the whole back of the truck just full of all this soda. They got Sprite and Coke and everything else. And then the truck gets all shot up because the Russians got the road blocked to the mountains. So they have to like cut across a field and they're getting shot at and stuff. And I guess they got the radiator shot up. So when they finally pull off and they're trying to fix the truck, they're like, yeah, we don't have any water. It's like, you just got all that stuff and you don't have any water. So they made the one kid get up there and pee into the radiator so they could have fluid in there. But it's like, dude, you don't have, how do you not have any water? You got all the soda, but you didn't get any water. So I thought that was kind of a head scratcher. And then another part is when the story is taking place in January, because it shows the months go by. Like October is when they get attacked, and then it shows them in November, December, and then this scene in January, it's like light out, and I think it's like Charlie Sheen. He's like sitting in the field, and I think Patrick Swayze comes up to him, or maybe it was vice versa. He's like, man, you need to get some sleep. He's like, it's getting late. It's like, dude, it's January in Colorado. It gets dark at like 5 p.m. in January. It gets light so early. So it's like, what is it, like 4:30 in the afternoon, and you're telling him it's late and he needs to go get some sleep? So I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, Red Dawn is a great movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Another one I watched was Young Guns. You guys probably all know about Young Guns. I love it though. In my opinion, there's no other Western that has the same kind of feel as Young Guns. You know, based around younger adults. You know, I wouldn't call them kids, but they're definitely not the old grizzled, you know, guys you usually see in a Western movie. They're all younger. I think Emilio Estevez as Billy the Kid is probably my overall favorite character in any Western movie ever. I don't know. I do love Russell Crowe as Ben Wade in 3:10 to Yuma. That's good too. But nothing can beat Emilio Estevez as Billy the Kid. I mean, just that laugh, his cocky attitude. Dude, it's such a classic character. I really hope they come out with a third movie because I want to see it. And when I was watching it with the subtitles on, anytime they would say like Jesus Christ or God damn it, they wouldn't put that in the subtitles. It would just like skip over those words, not include them. I thought that was kind of funny. It's like you can say them audibly, but if you're deaf, you don't have to be subjected to the Jesus Christs and the God damn it's of the movie, which was kind of funny. And I'm gonna have to say that's probably one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies. You're like, what? Tom Cruise wasn't in that? Yes, he was. He was in it for like 2 seconds. He was one of the guys that's surrounding the house at the end when they're in that lawyer's house and they're trying to protect the lawyer. You can see it's definitely Tom Cruise. I guess he showed up to the set, wanted to be in it. He got all this, like, he's got like a mustache or something. But yeah, you can totally see him. He gets shot in slow motion. He's like, "Bah!" Like that's, you can totally tell it's Tom Cruise. If you're looking for it, it's Tom Cruise. But yeah, he gets shot and killed. I mean, how often does Tom Cruise get killed in a movie? Rarely, ever. He's always the good guy. He's always the good guy. So, yeah, Young Guns, 2 thumbs way up for that movie. It's such a great movie. I can always watch that, and I'm always entertained. It never gets old. Such a great movie. And I remember seeing that as a kid too. My cousin and I, we went to see that. I just remember coming out of the theater into the bright sunshine, and I thought I was going to go blind. It was like a nuclear bomb was going off in my face. It was so bright outside. I was like, I can't even see right now. But yeah, I love it. I love me some Young Guns. And here soon, whenever I see it, I'm going to be picking up Young Guns 2 on Blu-ray. It's just really expensive. So I'm going to have to be patient with that one. And when it comes around at the right price, I'm going to snag it. And then the last movie I want to talk about here is The Last Dragon with Bruce Leroy and Show Nuff. Who is the prettiest? Show Nuff. That movie reeks of 80s. I mean, you can't get more 80s than The Last Dragon. That thing is just, and I love it too. I love just the sense of innocence in that movie. Even though you got, guys fighting and stuff, it's just, I don't know, like the worst thing they did was like tear up the guy's pizza shop. Nowadays they just straight shoot you. So I don't know. I loved the whole feel of it. The girl in there, she was not hard to look at, really beautiful. And it's just a funny movie. I mean, you cannot take that seriously at all. I'd say it's more of a comedy than an action movie, but it is hilarious. I really loved it. There were so many like subliminal jokes in there too. Like at the beginning when he's getting trained by his master and he tells him he needs to go seek out some dumb goy. Some dumb goy. Sounds like what, Israel would call Americans or something. Some dumb goy. So it's like, really? That's what you're gonna call the guy? Some dumb goy? Yeah, it was great. And it also has a really young William H. Macy in it too. He must be like 25 in this movie. I'm like, oh my God, is that William H. Macy? I mean, he's a comedic genius too. Especially as he's gotten older. That guy is funny. Especially in like Wild Hogs. He's got all the funny lines in Wild Hogs. But yeah, The Last Dragon with Bruce Leroy. Great movie. Like I said, the essence of a pure 80s movie right there. So good. It's so good. I loved it. That was really fun to watch. I had a smile on my face most of the time. So anyways, guys, that is going to wrap it up for the movie reviews. Let's get into the recent pickups here. First one, I've already opened all these, but this is the 300 and then 300 Rise of an Empire double feature. And I actually had some issues with this because it said that it got delivered last Saturday. However, I didn't get it. And the thing is on Vinted is you get a tracking number and you can always look up, the progress of the shipping. I guess that's part of the deal with sending stuff through Vinted because it knows when it gets delivered. And once it shows that it's delivered, you have 48 hours to confirm or, dispute the product. You have 2 days. And if you don't do anything within those 2 days, it just automatically approves it. So I didn't see it. I didn't see that I had gotten it on Saturday. So I just held off approving it. And I was sending a message to the guy and I was like, yeah, I didn't get this. Like, I haven't received this yet. He didn't answer back at the time. However, the 2 days went by and it automatically approved it and I still didn't have it. And I was like, man. So at first I kind of gave him like a 3 out of 5 stars. I was like, yeah, I never received this. I was kind of pissed off. Then I was like, you know what? This ain't his fault. So I went ahead and I deleted my review of the 3 stars. So I didn't leave a review at all. And I basically told the guy, I was like, yeah, I never got that. And he's like, wow, that's crazy. He's like, it shows that it was delivered and everything. So I was like, today I woke up and I was like, just for shits and gigs, I'm going to go look in the mailbox. And sure enough, it was stuffed all the way in the back of the mailbox where you really couldn't see it. So I actually did get it and I apologized. I was like, sorry for the trouble and everything. I actually did get it. And he was like, oh, that's badass, dude. Glad you got it and stuff. But yeah, this is cool. The discs were a little greasy on this. I'm not going to lie. And I have discovered that some of these Blu-ray discs have a protective coating on them. Most, like 99% of them do. However, some of them do not. Some of them are just like regular DVDs. They don't have that protective coating. Like the movie The Package with Dolph Lundgren and Stone Cold that I just got the other day. I actually watched that this morning. Really not much to talk about. It's pretty much just your standard action movie. Not a very sophisticated plot, but good action though. And whoever did the gun design for that movie, whoever picked out the guns for that, give that person a raise. Dude, they had the baddest ass guns throughout that whole movie. But yeah, it was pretty cool. But on that movie though, it had some grease marks on it. And when I was going to like rub them out, dude, I was putting like little micro scratches all over it. I was doing nothing different than I do to all the other discs. And it was a scratching the hell out of that one. So that movie obviously did not have the protective coating on it. I mean, it's not a big deal though. They're like super little minor, tiny little scratches, but still I was like shocked that it was scratching that easily. It's almost like just like the softest material or something ever. So on this one didn't scratch like that, but I could not get the grease off of it no matter what I tried. I mean, I sat there for like 20 minutes on the one disc trying to get it. It just seemed like I was just smearing grease around no matter what I would do. I tried different microcloths. So yeah, anyways, I finally got it pretty clean. It's acceptable now. But yeah, it's got the 2 movies in there. These aren't the greatest, but I thought they might be fun to watch on Blu-ray. Since they're such visual movies, I thought it might be cool to see these on Blu-ray with the high def. So yeah, and these really weren't that expensive. I don't think I spent a lot. Okay, and then I got 3 more today in the mail. First one, We're the Millers, extended cut. And I have no regrets of buying this. Ragrets. No regrets. You remember that scene? The guy gets that no regrets tattooed across his chest, but it's like R-A-G-E-T-S. Regrets. But I think this is funny. Jennifer Aniston is looking pretty good in this. But yeah, I've seen this once before when it first came out, and I thought it was pretty funny. So when I saw it come through for real cheap, I thought I'd snag it up. And again, it's a Blu-ray with the DVD. And I went ahead and I replaced this case already. The case I got was kind of beat up, so I used one of my new ones that I just got in the mail the other day. And this really makes it look snazzy. This really ups the visual appeal of the movie, is to have these new cases. I love them. But yeah, so I'm excited to watch that. Like I'm saying, I'm always down for some comedy. The next one on the list here is War Horse. And this is a Steven Spielberg film. I mean, everything about this screams that it's going to be a good movie. Steven Spielberg, a movie about a war horse. I hope I don't cry. I hope this does not make me cry. But yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be a tear-jerking scene in this at some point. But yeah, I got this and I was like, wow, this is fat. Look how fat that thing is. And it's got 4 discs inside. We've got the War Horse DVD. We've got the War Horse bonus disc on Blu-ray. We have got War Horse on Blu-ray. And then the digital copy. So, yeah, this thing is fat. And I don't think this was very much either. I think this was pretty cheap. But yeah, I am looking forward to watching this as well. Like I say, it's got to be good. It's Steven Spielberg. I mean, I don't like all his movies. They're not all my favorite, but he never puts out a bad one. And then last on the list here, Bad Santa with Billy Bob Thornton, Bernie Mac. Did he say fuck stick? Yeah, this movie is crazy. I did have this on DVD, but I thought I'd go ahead and get it on Blu-ray. It was real cheap, and it's the unrated director's cut version. But yeah, it's just fun. I mean, it's funny. Well, what's he ask that kid? What's your name? Thurman. Your name's Thurman Merman. He's like, yeah. Like, Jesus Christ, kid. So, Thurman Merman. So that is going to wrap it up for the new additions to the Blu-ray collection. I still got maybe about 23 or 24 more on the way. And I was very proud of myself. I only ordered one movie today for under $3. Only one movie under $3. That's as good as it's going to get here. Like I said, I'm trying to limit myself. I'm trying to limit myself to like $5 to $6 per day. And I have not been doing so well the last couple days. I've gone over the limit. I have went well over the limit. So today I only got one for about $3. So, all right. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. And until the next video, peace.